of that traffic. So let me just prove that to you. So here you can see over the last 30 days, I have 920 incidents. Let's assume I'm a retailer. And so let's go ahead and group all of those policies based off of, or I should say all of those incidents based off policy. So if I'm a retailer and I need to adhere to PCI compliance requirements, you can see I have 46 violations over the month. However, let's go ahead and group this based off channel, and we'll see the proof of what I just said. This data is leaking out of my network, at least via HTTPS. So that's what we touched on last month, decrypting that, seeing that data leaking out. But email, in this case, I have 13 incidents of emails going outbound. It had credit cards in there, credit card numbers, needed to be kept safe and secure. And of course, there's the other opportunities for us to address the data leaks too, which is via the endpoint, whether that's printing or being copied off the USB stick. We'll touch on that next month. So again, hopefully what we've done here is validate data is leaking out over multiple channels. It's therefore really important that we are able to create one uniform set of policies and apply them across the channels that data is going out. So we talked last time about HIPAA. And we talked about how within very short order we can turn on this policy right here and we can begin looking for names, or I should say SSNs in this case, social security numbers, in close proximity to a common disease. But again, as that data goes outbound via email, that could be content within a PDF that's attached, a Word document. It could be within the body of the email, or alternatively, it could be in a screenshot. So I'm going to send out a document here. Let me grab that same TIFF shot or TIFF file that we grabbed last time. We'll grab it right here. As the name implies, there's some credit card numbers on there, but in addition to that, there's other bits of PII, personally identifiable info, that's going outbound. And if you're a what used to be Vontu, now Symantec customer, you're blind to that. If you're a Digital Guardian customer, you're blind to that because you don't have the ability to extract the content from that screenshot. But let's go into my incidents today. And what you should see in short order here, in fact, the second line item, you'll see my name. You'll see the policies I violated. And again, if you're some of our brothers and sisters in the financial space, maybe the banks or the credit unions, you see policies that correlate to your business, FFIEC. If you're healthcare or really any company, PII, personally identifiable info, all of those policies were violated. Again, we're getting an understanding of the content that was within the TIFF file right there on the left-hand side. But let's go ahead and download it to gain a better understanding of the context of the violation. And so let me quickly minimize this. Let's grab that. And there you go. Again, this is something that we would all cringe if any auditors came into our networks and saw this going outbound. So this solution, in this case, I permitted it, but I could take action on that and block that if I needed to. So how do we set that up? Well, very similar to how we installed that last time. Meaning, we're going to go ahead and install these gateways. So I have an email gateway. Mine's on-prem. We're going to talk mail flow here momentarily. But this is my on-prem appliance, and notice here I have a policy engine already there on the gateway. It's ready to be turned on. And so we'll click on that and notice that I have enabled OCR. So it's as simple as that. You just come into your policy engine, you click on this. You may recall from last time there is one additional requirement. We need to stand up another DSS server. So this is going to be a virtual server. It could be a 2008 R2 OS or a 2012 R2 operating system, but that's where the OCR engine sits. That will allow us, again, to extract the content and to compare that content against our policies. Let's talk now about architecture. As I said, my appliance is here on-prem, but I, like a lot of you, I have Office 365. So how are we going to give visibility into that email? Well, for us, we're obviously hairpinning that traffic. So we've configured our Exchange server, our Office 365 server, to send that mail back on-prem where I'm able to get control of it. I'll show you why we did that. We do that for encryption purposes, and we like that model better. But there certainly are many customers that don't want to deal with that traffic coming in and then going back out our egress pipes. And so as you see here, you can very simply go to the Microsoft Azure Marketplace, just put in the first point search term, and you can grab an email gateway. So you can have an email gateway in the adjoining cloud that Microsoft has, and of course they've got your Exchange server in their Office 365 cloud. So there are a couple of deployment options. In addition to that, we saw a lot of concern in regards to that data out in the cloud, that email out in the cloud. And so what I want to highlight is once you're using that Office 365 cloud, you probably want to start running data at rest scan. So the majority of our demonstration here, you saw previously on that OCR example, we're going to focus on data in motion. But as you can see here, we can certainly scan those servers as that data sits in somebody's mailbox, and then we can take action on it when we find it. So Office 365, very easy to configure around that and architect this in a safe and secure manner. So let's then segue to these policies. You may recall last time we spoke about how long it takes these policies to get turned up and get you into a place where you can at least tell the auditors that we are